Hey everyone, and welcome back to our DC Comics horror game, The Return, using the Sentinel Comet system. A lot of stuff happened last week, but before we get into that, let's go around and do all of our introductions. So everyone's going to say their name, pronouns, name, character pronouns, and alias. And we will start with not the character, the person, Joe.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Joe. I'll be playing Finaris for you guys. My pronouns are, to be honest, any, and his are he, him, and his alias is Felix Haven. And, my views don't reflect his, and vice versa. And I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like I specified it in private, but I also have to do it in public.
Fair enough. Ray.
Hi everyone, I'm Ray, otherwise known as the Ray Wilds. I will be playing Reverie. Pro as of today, because it's easier for my brain. She, they across the board.
Fair.
Perfect.
Okay. Art.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ark or Arclight Court, pronouns he, him, and tonight I am playing Aurelio Drago or Grimoire, also pronouns he, him.
Perfect. Cress.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cress, also known as Cresselia.mp4. My pronouns are they, them, but I will be playing the villain Roulette tonight, who uses they, she pronouns.
Perfect. Mallory.
Hi, I'm Mallory. I play McKinley Bennett here at this table, who is also known as Thornheart, and we both use they, she pronouns.
And last but not least, Matt.
Hello, my name is Matt. I go by War-Torn Knight out there on the interwebs. And this evening I have the wonderful honor to bring to you the in-game Joe, Joe Oswald, who will be better known as Code Red, and it is he, him across the board for player and character. Back to you, Paige.
Perfect. And of course, I am Paige. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing literally everyone else. But before we jump into tonight's session, does anyone want to do the recap? Anyone who does the recap can have a +2 to their first roll tonight. I will fill in blanks if you forget anything.
How's it going, everybody? So last episode,
you
we
are.
had an introduction of everybody's characters, starting with Funeris having a cult in a former Brother Blood building headquarters, question mark, where they then went out to go find either a new snack, Capri Sun, whatever they would be interpreted as, at a dive bar, and ordered a soda with sugar and with a straw, please. And as they were leaving said bar, ran into Brother Blood, and had a whole back and forth about the true identity of who they are, who he is, where they came to be, why they took over Brother Blood's hideout, and then was psychically, otherworldly, eldritchly shunted to Coast City. Reverie was conducting a sleep dream study on a patient and then let a little dream demon talk them into going and finding some fun for the evening, teleporting all over the city, trying to stop, small crimes, big crimes, whatever the case may be. Ran into Static Shock. Static Shock said, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to cover this one. I've got some stuff. I got to go meet up with Nightwing and the rest of the gang for the new Justice League," and ended that conversation with, "So you do hate me." That then led to a confrontation with another villain of sorts. I don't remember the name of the villain, but they were essentially like also teleported or shunted to Coast City as well. It was a wild scenario that we found ourselves in. Thornheart was tending to their garden initially, and then we found out it was a prison. And then found out that 3 people were released from the prison and had to go track them down. One of them held the mayor at Conductor Wand Point in City Hall. And White Canary or Black Canary had gotten contact and was like, "Hey, I already wrapped up the other 2. Whenever you're ready, you deal with that one. I got a jet." And then the mayor's head exploded, to which Thornheart said, "Well, damn." and called back in over the comms and said, I think you need to look over this because I need to go check the rest of my garden, as all of the rest of them were also simultaneously released. And this was done by Deathstroke's daughter, Rose, which again, I do believe led to another massive teleportation to Coast City.
Nope. Thornheart was, I believe, contacted by Swamp Thing in the Green and then made their way
Swamp, yes, and then was through the, yes, that's what it was. Then Roulette was, running their casino, having a great night, making bets with their enemies to lovers, lovers to enemies. They're in some way, shape, or form friends with some kind of benefits. Spoiler. And spoiler left to go handle something, take care of something, and they got attacked by Killer Croc. To which Roulette said, "No, not my baby girl." Got a car, drove all the way there, picked them up, went to Spoiler's hideout, which was one of Nightwing's old hideouts, got on the computer. Bab showed up. There was questioning of, oh, who's the pretty lady who showed up on your computer screen in your secret hideout? And a few other, choice words were shared. One of them was sweetheart, which then led to also Roulette and I think Spoiler also ended up in Coast City. It was a time. Code Red was working on something, trying to get this project, dialed in as it is, when Captain Cold appeared, which we later found out is their roommate or apartment mate, or they live across from each other. They're close enough that they see each other on a daily basis and interact outside of work or heroing. And got to see Code Red's different like gadgets and the way that they help contend with the Rogues Gallery in the city. They then go and have a meeting with some of the other people in the lab that let them know, hey, we need you to go and check something out over here in Central City. Something weird's going on. He activated his suit and gadgets and was flying over there, went over the city that Reverie was in, and his jetpack stopped working for a second and then kicked back on, and
I
then
believe
was
this
able
was
to
all
get there.
Coast City that this happened in.
Was it Coast City?
The minute he crossed the border.
That's what it was.
City, yeah.
Cross the border into Coast City, the jetpack stopped working. And then my character, giant spell circle going on in Arkham, that was being done by Ragman, my true nemesis. And when I went after him, the replacement bird kid showed up and tried to get involved with that fight. So I put a spell on him to make him deal with Ragman while I tried to figure out the spell. Extracted some of the essence as it yeeted me across the country into a large body of water of some kind, and I'm pissed.
Sounds good. And then absolutely nothing happened at the end of the episode. You do not need to
We
worry
don't know
about that yet.
We don't know that. We're
no,
not aware.
Not
of
at all.
that.
But I will leave that for a surprise. If you didn't watch episode 1, you should go back and watch episode 1 anyway before being here. So it kind of, yeah. So anyway, we are going to jump to one of the alleys in Coast City, where coming up from like a cellar or something from a very inconspicuous teleportation circle are both Roulette and Spoiler. Spoiler's still up, pretty fucked up despite the healing, as you guys make your way out onto the street.
Where are we? Where did...
Hold on one sec. And she reaches into her thing. You see her pull out a purple batarang, press it, and throw it back at the teleportation circle. And you hear a muted explosion. Just in case.
You know what? That's very fair.
Can
I have some of them? I'll steal some.
No. I think we're in Coast City.
Coats City?
Yeah.
Why did it bring us here?
I don't know. It's your group's circle. Why was it set to here?
No.
Where are your
There's no
people?
thing
Weren't there people with us?
I think Two-Face might have got him before he came in here. Or they should be around here. They said they evacuated
They went
some
before
of the
us,
people.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of empty.
Weird. We should probably go investigate, I guess.
Yes. I leave the alleyway.
How? Yeah. I'm still. I should probably not be out right now. But obviously, Coast City would be Green Lantern's home. I should be able to get into his place and get supplies and rest. I'll stay on comms. You let me know what you find.
You sure you'll be alright on your own?
I can make it. It's straight to the. I believe it's in the airport or somewhere around the airport. So
And you're sure.
yeah, I'll be fine. Coast City still has
Don't die
lift.
on me.
I can make my way there.
Don't die
I
on
won't
me,
die.
spoiler.
I won't die.
I'll
I'm
be
fine.
very, very, very sad. I can't chase you across.
Don't-
the tops.
Don't kill anyone or blow up anything while I'm gone. It's one, it's more noticeable you're no longer in Bloodhaven, but also like I don't want to have to fight you injured, so just be chill till I get back.
I'm not gonna promise anything. Because you never know when the situation could call for it. Or, something just might happen. Like I might throw a bomb, or I might just, something just might happen, You can trust me. I promise.
I really hope so. And you
You
just see her
love me.
pull out her phone and call a lift in full spoiler outfit.
Is that the safest? Oh,
I'm just gonna take the car, to be honest.
That's
You're
fair.
not gonna say anything about this.
I'm gonna say something. Oh, we're gonna have words later. Don't think I forgot what happened in your little hideout. Yeah, we're talking about that later. So you can't die on me, or else.
I don't know. Death looks pretty good right now. She
You
just
would
starts
rather
limping.
die
She starts
than
limping
spend-
out of the alley to try to end the conversation.
This isn't over.
Yeah, I'll talk. Just call me if you find anything.
Okay.
You see a car pull up. You see them look at their phone. She looks up, and then you just see her limp to the driver's seat, punch through the window, knock the guy out, and then throw him out of the car and take off.
Why was that? I'm not gonna dwell on that. Anyway. Okay. Coast City. Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Not my strong suit, but what's the harm?
Yeah, but as you watch the car drive away and you kind of start to look around at your bearings, you head out to the main street from the alley, and the first thing you see is a creature or something floating above the city. It seems to be covered in shadows and eyes.
That's definitely not normal.
And you see their energy is like pulsing wildly at the moment. But they just seem to kind of also just be looking around from the sky.
Roulette definitely is like staring at it and is like, do I approach? Because I'm not trying to die today. And that looks a little kind of death-ish. I'm really gonna go towards it. I might keep an eye on it and kind of just sneak around the sides and try and keep it in my field of vision and just
Fair enough.
stare.
As you start to skirt around from whatever that is, we cut over across the city to a very, very passed out Thornheart. Thornheart, you find yourself back in the green. but something is different. You don't feel any connections to the others that use here. You don't feel Ivy, you don't feel Swamp Thing, you don't feel any of the other people who have slight connections to the green, whether they work in botany or have gardens of their own or anything like that. It feels empty.
Weird. Okay. You called me here because you're lonely? Can nature get lonely?
You hear, as you start to make your way through, you hear what sounds like crying from the center of this place.
Oh shit, maybe nature can get lonely. That was sort of a fake question, but okay. And I'm just gonna follow along, find the find whatever's
Yeah.
making this noise.
You wake your way through, and it's honestly kind of hard to navigate the green because you really don't know how far you travel. Everything is just a solid color in here. But
Yeah.
as you kind of feel the sound right on top of you, you look down and you see in the center of where this place is, you see a black, corrupted pulsing pod in the center.
Okay. This is fine. And I am just gonna kind of approach it. The only way that I've ever been able to fix plants is by touching them. For a long time, when I touch them, bad things happen, but I've figured that part out now. So I'm gonna try to go fix the pod with the understanding of I'm assuming this looks like one of my pods. Like this is very, or is it like a small like plantling
It's
pod?
probably about this big, and it kind of
Okay.
looks. Have you played Velgard?
Yes,
It
slightly.
looks like the blight pods, but it's black
Okay.
and red and pulsing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go like kind of get level with it and be like, please don't make me regret touching things. And put my hands on it in an effort to try to fix whatever's wrong.
Cool. You take 5 points of damage
Great,
as you
phenomenal.
you touch this pod, and immediately your hand sinks into it as thorns like go into your forearm, and you see yourself start to
Ow,
bleed. And as it does so,
fucking hell.
you feel something scream out in pain in your mind. The whole green itself seems like it is screaming in pain, and you wake up back in Coast City.
Oh, shit is so fucked. Am I still bleeding?
You are still bleeding.
Great. I'm gonna. The first order of business is to figure that out.
Yeah. As you get out, give me a roll with plants, and then you can go ahead and add what you think fits to try to get a vibe of what the fuck that was.
Cool.
So D10 for plants, D6 for the status, and then you pick a quality you think would fit the situation.
Cool. D10 for plants, D6 for science, and then just another quality I think would. I think insight's probably my best bet here.
Okay. Perfect. And
So
another D10.
Gonna do another D10.
Let me know what the middle number is.
My middle number is a 7.
Okay, 7 is not bad. As you wake up and you feel that energy still kind of coursing through your arm, for it ripped into you somehow also out here in the physical world, it feels connected to this barrier that you passed that made you pass out. And as you kind of pulse in time with the barrier, you feel one other faint source in the city center. And as you look towards the city from like you're not even in the city limit yet. You're like on like where you just passed the welcome to Coast City line or sign. So you look up and you see what looks like a black dot floating above the city.
You're a very bad thing that I'm gonna have to take care of before I can go home, and that's real unfortunate because I can't fly. We'll figure it out. And I will kind of like gather myself up off of the ground, pick up all of my things, kind of like take care of getting whatever blood I can off of me with whatever's in my
Mhm.
bag, just like spare bandages and stuff, just like wiping it off. Not medically trained whatsoever, just enough science knowledge to know plants, not really people. So it's a matter of just getting whatever off of me to where I look a little less scary and like I've just been injured. And then I'll get through the trees and start going again
Okay,
to get
perfect.
as close to that thing as possible because I need to see
Yeah.
what's going on.
You spend the time to chill and get your bearings and then make your way into the city. We cut back into the city where three of you before last in the last session actually scanned the barrier and got very strong readings of an almost empty energy source, if that made sense. Like the energy felt powerful, but not connected to any type of known energy that any of you could pick up on either scientifically or magically or temporally. No, that'd be time. What dream energy we call it? Whatever dream energy is. That, Ray. That stuff. None of that stuff that you guys have ever sensed energy wise across the spectrum or seen heroes or villains that you've run into use. It doesn't feel anything like that. But the one thing that it does feel like is whatever just appeared above the city. As all three of you feel when Veneris teleports here, still in the middle of your scanning.
Can I see the entity that has teleported here?
Yes.
So from the water of whichever water I have found myself deposited into, I'm going to teleport in that direction
Okay, bet.
and try and get as close towards it as possible.
Okay, perfect. As you start to teleport there, Thornheart takes care of themselves and starts to I'm assuming vine whip or sap walk or whatever into the city. What is Code Red and Reverie up to?
Don't I have a thing for this? Me
What
asking
thing?
me. Oh, I have two different abilities about analyzing things, but I don't think that they'll actually really work.
Yeah, they're both more combat oriented.
Yeah. I do have the power of lightning calculator though. So I would like to do my best to try to see what I can reason with whatever I happen to have on hand. To try and figure out if this is something to approach, if this is something
Yeah.
that do we
You
need to start evacuating? What's
will
going
say
on?
with your lightning calculator, you go into your database that you're connected to. Like you still feel that the connection outside the city is cut off, but your internal data that you have stored in the suit is still there. And you go through anything that feels like this energy, anything that looks like that, and you get a ping from one of your files. It says notable villains. And you see a file that you've made for Vuneris, the major villain of the last like year and change in Jump City.
Mm-hmm.
So the one major line that you have in here in all caps lots is proceed with caution. Don't know what they and you have in like question mark question mark question mark are.
Huh. Proceed with caution. Noted. And he's going to close that file, engage his suit's flight capabilities, and start heading that way as more of like a tangent rather than fly directly at. Not ramming speed, just a casual cruising speed, as to hopefully not enrage Funeris.
Perfect. Reverie. I think
Reverie
Reverie
want
being the last one to react, you see three people from different parts of the city very obviously traveling in that direction. Because none of them travel like stealthily. One is you see one person teleporting from building to building. You see someone is that like vines on the side of that building? Weird. And then you see literally a suit of armor flying across the sky.
And I thought my home was weird. Can I stay where I'm at, but send my. Do we ever actually name my.
No, you didn't tell me a name.
I don't have it. But can we
This is
send
your
my.
creation. You named it.
I don't wanna. But can we send. I'll figure out something. Can we send. Can I send him ahead of me?
You're gonna let him
Just to.
loose on his own?
I want to tether him. I don't want him just free range. But I want to
Yeah, but you
stay
want to
where
let him
I'm
out
at.
of your head, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reverie's confused.
What appears next to you doesn't have a set image. It kind of flickers between every dream and nightmare version of an imp that has ever existed. Very like glitching in and out of these different forms. And it just looks up at you in a full wide teeth grin.
Don't be crazy.
What am I doing? Do I get to fight one of them?
No, you're following them.
But the one has like a million eyes. They look cool.
Quiet. Follow them quietly.
Can I bite one of them?
Not unprovoked.
Okay. And they just immediately blink across. And they don't take their time teleporting. You blink and they are right in front of Funeris. Funeris, this little crazy fucking imp just appeared in your sight of vision.
I'm going to attack it to get it out of the way.
You're going to attack it immediately?
Yeah.
Go for
absolutely. 1000%. You're telling me a weird fucking
Hell
thing
yeah.
is in front of
Hell
me when
yeah.
when I came from somewhere where I was stared at while I was naked? Yes.
Tell me what you are rolling. So what power quality and then status is going to be just your green status, so D6 die.
Right. I want to do the signature weapon. I want to do my Halo sword.
So you're going to whip out your sword at this thing, okay?
Yes.
And then I would say probably the best out of those would probably just be Eldritch Horror. So D8 and 2 D6s.
Okay, cool.
This will just hit because there's no defense in this system. This thing ain't got no armor. It's just an imp.
It's just a thing.
It's just
Also,
a thing.
Because I was Googling. The imp's name is Mara now. Just.
Okay, Mara, got it. This is now a named creature you're attacking, Joe. What do you roll? What was the
later
what
why
was
this is so funny that her name is
what
Mara. Its name is Mara.
What was your middle die? Whatever the second highest result.
Oh, the second highest out of all of them, that was a 8.
An 8? Okay.
Yeah.
What does it look like as you manifest this sword and attack this imp?
Oh. Above Funeris's Eldritch Horror biblically accurate angel form appears what seems to be a halo made out of light. As a distorted, shadowy hand grabs towards it, it actually unfurls into a sword and clicks together, like almost like mechanically. And this all happens in a matter of like seconds. And without even blinking, Funeris will strike the strange and until now unbeknownst creature in front of him.
Yeah, you hear a distorted screech as you kind of slash into it, and it like goes through the creature, and then it forms back together. Ray, you take 4 points of damage, as you take half the damage that happens to your echo. As you feel like psychic backlash as Mara screams in your head. Okay, now can I bite it?
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead and make an attack against Joe. Or Funeris, so I don't get this confused because another Joe is on the way.
What am I using?
Remember, I am code red until the stream ends.
So because of you manifesting your little guy there, I would say illusions is an automatic use for this. and then you're at a D6
Cool.
dice. So, with your others, I'd say alertness because you are kind of on watch from where you're at. So I would say a D12 and 2D6s, and then tell me your second highest roll of those 3 dice.
4. Because I rolled an 11 and 2 4s.
Okay, cool. So as you slice into this thing, Veneris, and it reforms, it immediately opens a giant razor sharp mouth of teeth and latches onto your ankle.
An ankle biter.
Not an ankle biter. I'm.
Like literal ankle biter as you feel extreme pain from where it bites into you, but you do not see any physical damage. It is attacking you from a metaphysical standpoint. And that is what the others that were traveling to see as they arrive. As you see, while this thing is biting you and you're looking down, you see Grimoire teleport on a nearby building. You see Thornheart hanging off a building by a vine, and you see Code Red flying in the air about 10 feet from you. Roulette, you also see all this from down the street. You just see this all happening up in the sky.
I think Funeris' shape will like slowly go in and out to like still being like the very like Eldritch Horror like blob of shadow and eyes and mouth to like slowly becoming more and more like human, but it like glitches as he like swats at the huge weird ass mosquito and like shakes his leg, and he will like horrified look down as he like slowly descends from the sky to the nearest rooftop, being just like, what the fuck, get off of me.
You shake it off its leg, and it lands over on the building standing next to Thornheart upside down. They're like, oh, hi, where do you get the plants from? This is a building.
I grow them myself. What are you? What's happening here?
Can I
Sorry.
teleport to my imp at this point? Because I just
Yeah,
watched it.
the imp disappears,
itself.
and Reverie is in the spot of where this imp is.
Oh, hi. Were
And you two instantly
you-
recognize each other because you are both heroes over
Yeah.
the last year. So you guys would recognize each other at sight. Veneris, you also recognize Grimoire as you land on the building next to him.
Okay, quick thing just for you, God. Did I take any damage from that bite?
You
Like
You
actual
took
damage?
you took 4 points of damage.
I took. Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah, in combat, you're always going to take damage unless you have an ability or something that can reduce it. So
Cool, I
if
just
whatever
wanted
the
to
roll
know-
is, that's what the damage is.
I just wanted to know where I'm at on the scale.
Yes, you're good.
Okay, cool. Ferners will stare.
The book pages will unfurl from around Grimoire's head to reveal Aurelio. And it's like, are you okay?
Funeris will take a beat and then like of stillness and then just be like, what the fuck do you think? I got fucking charmed by like a weird little thing. There is a woman with plants, fucking weird, and then another woman. What do you think I am? Do I look okay?
Then let's get out of here.
Oh, we can do that. We can do that.
Yes.
Great idea. Yes.
I'll
Yes.
open the pages out to make a spell circle using the old Eldritch language from the Grimoire to get Grimoire and Funeris safely away from the ankle-biting monstrosity and what
Make
looks
me
like
a,
Swamp Thing's cousin.
Make me a flat D8 roll real quick.
Oh my
You
god.
got it.
We were such poets back then. We were such
6.
poets.
Oh, and +2 from my reading.
Yep,
Giving
from
the recap.
doing
puts
the
me at an
recap. Yep.
8.
Cool. So you will not take damage from this as you're able to sense it at the last second. As you open up your teleportation circle, just a massive void of necrotic energy is on the other side.
Nope. And pull the pages back over his body.
And you
Old-fashioned
sense
way.
in that moment something is on its way to all of you.
Empty promises. Yet again.
Something tried to claw its way through at us right now.
Was it that thing? Because it has great, what do you say, history with that. Mm-hmm.
No, something I feel me and you might be familiar with. We can leave it for them to deal with.
You know what? I always like to. Yeah, let's go somewhere else. Let's you and me. Only you and me. We should. Yeah. And Fenaris will
And
like look around.
as you two are talking, we'll cut over to Reverie and Thornheart on the side of a building with Code Red kind of flying in the air near the general area. All three of you would know of each other.
Hey.
So I'm assuming that the green didn't tell you all to be here, so why are you here?
I got dragged here through a door.
Somebody told me something bad was happening, and I came. Is that not what heroes do? Y'all had to get pulled here by some. Never mind. Anyway, who has an idea?
Not me.
I mean,
Sorry.
I can do some light fuckery, both literal and metaphorical. I don't know. I can light beam the thing, but I don't know that that's going to do much help because I don't know what that thing is. I can't get any closer than my vines will allow. So, someone has any recon, I could maybe get a better idea of what's happening. It's a big ball of floating darkness. So light's my only idea.
Her Majesty Lord GM, how detailed is the dossier that I have on Funeris?
You have just general crime activity that they're suspected for, but Funeris himself has not really been seen at a lot of scenes of the crime. A lot of Funeris sightings over the last year has been Terra attacking them and then their fights in Jump City.
So,
but you
any
do
definition
have
of
you do have
abilities.
information that ties them potentially to a new clan that's being formed in the city. It's Terra had put it in the hero database that she suspects that Funeris has restarted a cult in Jump City, but there's really not a lot of information beyond that.
Can I also quickly ask a question while we're asking you questions? Gorgeous DM. One, can we hear on the other rooftop what they're talking about? Is it too far apart?
Depends on how loud you're talking. You're not that far apart. You guys were all pretty near where you were in the air.
Am I close to you two?
You're on the street directly below most of like you're just within sight of the buildings, but you're far down.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Okay, but I just
You
want
can
to know
make
if
your
I
way
hear
up
them, and
though if you wanted to. You'll have to take the long way because you just your powers are not light capable.
Or a helicopter could luckily drop a rope ladder that allows them access to
You
the roof
could do
quickly.
some luck manipulation bullshit if you want to try to just have something happen to get up there. I'm not
All of the
opposed
fire
to it.
escape
Alright.
ladders line up
Just
perfectly.
drop.
Just drop down.
Simultaneously.
Well, Joe, you were mentioning something first, so you finish your bit and then I'll do something.
Oh, I just wanted to ask also in the database in general, just for role playing purposes, do people know heroes, whoever, what like Felix looks like, I guess, or is it just Funeris like the form? Or
It's
is it,
just
like, also
images
human?
of Funeris.
Oh, okay, so you don't have the form.
Because the only sightings and stuff with you has been when you were out and about in that form, and Terra's like, no, evil, fight. Just attacked you in public.
Oh my god, girly pop, let me talk, let me speak.
That's funny that you say that because probably in this moment, Code Red, like hearing like, oh well, maybe I could do this, or I don't really have any ideas. Just kind of looking at the whole thing, also witnessing the ankle biting scenario, and now there's a second figure in play as well. And also just in general in this area, there's fuckery afoot. So Code Red's going to say, I do have a wild and crazy idea. I'm gonna go talk to them, and like diverts to start heading that way.
Okay, cool.
You guys get into position for the
Code
worst
Red
case scenario.
flies over. Roulette, are you doing anything?
Yes. Can I use my luck to try and get up to the villains?
You sure can. Go ahead and roll luck manipulation. So your signature weapons, that's a D12. You have a D6 for the status. And I say this best would be compulsive gamblers for your quality, so add a D8.
Okay, so wait, D12 and
So
then
D12, D8, D6. And tell me what the second highest number is that you roll out of the 3 dice.
second highest is a 7.
A 7, okay. You look up and you're like, shit, how am I going to get up there? Something's happening. And you look around for a rooftop that can easily get there. And as you look next to you, the fire escape just drops down. And you see literally fire escape ladders kind of in a arc leading up to where they're at. You can easily scale your way up now.
Lovely. So I scale my way up there.
Okay, as you slowly make your way over, we cut over to Code Red. Code Red, yeah, you fly over to these two, communicating. Well, you saw a portal open, and Grimoire panically close it immediately.
I'm going to note that, but I think that I'm going to perhaps start this in a different way and just kind of like hover a safe distance away from 2 known criminals and have a moment where you just kind of use the suit to amplify the voice enough to sound like somebody over an intercom or like intercom megaphone kind of deal, and just kind of goes, well, I did happen to see a little bit of a bitey scenario. You wouldn't happen to be trying to do some community service here for your past activities this past year, or are you perhaps responsible for what happens to be going on in this general area?
Aren't you the guy my legal company is helping sue?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway,
You're the
I'll
guy who
ask the questions
stole
here.
the name Code Red from Mountain Dew, isn't it?
Listen, if they have a right to it, then they can sue me. Then they can also sue everybody who's ever used an emergency radio signal at all to say that shit has gone downhill. But
Aren't heroes supposed to approach the people who attacked first, and points over towards the little demon on the Swamp Thing's niece's
The demon's gone. It is
rooftop over there?
Reverie. It is Reverie over there now.
He didn't see the demon disappear. He just knows that it was over there.
To be fair, I actually started this conversation over there, and I actually happen to kind of sort of know what they're all about, and figured that maybe it's time to get the other side of the conversation.
The other side? Or you want to know the other side? It bit me!
All right. To be fair, shit is kind of going places around here, or have you not noticed?
Oh, I'm sorry. The next time shit is going around again, I will bite you and we will see how you like it, yeah?
I don't think we've known each other enough for that conversation yet. Anyway.
I don't think they knew that ankle-biting demon long enough for that kind of conversation either.
Well, at least we're having a conversation, which puts me one step up above a ankle-biting demon as far as I'm concerned, so...
So you would say we do know each other better now, so I could bite you? I'm getting a hang of this lawyering thing, yeah? I can do it. Hey.
At this point, the fire escape ladder that you were on roulette crap rates. Because you did roll with a twist, and you plummet in the middle of Grimoire and Fineris on the roof, face first.
Damn it. Just, dropping in for a quick second. You're not... You guys are... I'm gonna... So she stands up, and she kind of steps off to the side. She's like... So, like, what's up?
We'll
Hey,
discuss your dramatic entrance at a later date.
It's fun. I planned that. Clearly.
Yeah. A genius, indeed.
Thank you. See? Wonderful. I like you already.
Yay!
We're going to leave now. Mountain Dew lawsuit in progress.
Listen here, I'm sure that whatever late fees go along with the left pinky that you have right now to the local library is just the pittance of what is going on right here. But since neither of you have seemed to go into the stereotypical villain monologue, I'm gonna guess you're at least not responsible Or do you want to keep this verbal banter back and forth until maybe we have to start doing the whole thing of, I start flying towards
Oh.
you, you'd use power against me,
That's
and then we
very
start fighting. Yeah.
convenient, because as we are about to go to break, and all of you are formed up, 4 on one roof and 2 standing on the side of a building over there, you all hear a thwip sound, and then beep 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 as 2 arrows land next to both groups and explode. And that's where we're going to go to break. You all take 6 points of damage.
Yes. Sorry. No. Oh
Well,
no.
Down to yellow
How
I
many?
go.
Oh, no.
We will see you guys in about
What
10
number
to
did you just
15
say?
minutes.
Six.
Six.
Not good.
See you all soon.
Arnar.
It's a bad time. We'll be back later. Bye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And hello, Raiders from Don't Kill My Characters, one of my favorite places. I can't promise that I'm not going to kill any characters in this campaign, but not tonight, probably. Right before we went off, as everyone was kind of grouped up with our villains plus Code Red on one building with Thornheart and Reverie attached to the side of another building, when two arrows hit at your guys' feet and blew up. You all take damage, except for Reverie. As Thornheart, at the last second, you see Reverie's like eyes flash, and they were moving before you even know what's going on, as they saw it coming at the last second. But you all look up from where the arrows came from, and in a building across the street, you see Green Arrow and Merlin. But you get a closer look at both of them. They are missing parts of their body. Their faces are partly skeletal. And as you look closer, where their normal logos are is a Black Lantern logo. And behind them, Roulette, are all the missing members of your gang that you couldn't find. With fresh arrow wounds in their body, but obviously also undead. Now we are going to go into combat. So combat in Sentinel Comics does not have an initiative. So someone acts and then someone else acts. So I acted first, technically. So I will choose one of you to act, and then you kind of popcorn it around until everyone's gone. So Green Arrow and Merlin have gone. So I will not pop it over to the goons yet. I will pop it over to Reverie, because Reverie is the only one that reacted to that situation. So Reverie, what would you like to do?
I would like to use negative likelihood, which is to hinder using my pocket watch. But I would like to attempt to use sleep strike, which would make them instantly go to sleep.
Okay, so which move are you using specifically?
Negative likelihood.
Negative likelihood. Hinder using pocket watch. This penalty is persistent and exclusive. Perfect. Go ahead and roll pocket watch. This is the first round of the scene, so this is a D6. And then I'll say you did react like very quickly, so I would say alertness. So 2 D6s and a D10. As you whip out this pocket watch.
That is a 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so a 5 for a hinder would be a -2. So you hinder. Which one are you hindering? Are you hindering Green Arrow, Merlin, or are you hindering the goons as a whole?
I feel like because the arrows came from Green Arrow, I'm going after Green Arrow first.
Okay, so you sling your pocket watch at him. What does this attack look like as you go for him?
Very a la Wonder Woman's lasso. Reverie kind of just swings around the pocket watch a couple times and just whips it at Green Arrow to try to wrap the pocket watch around his body as she just kind of like yanks him.
Yeah, it wraps around his body, and then the head of the pocket watch comes up in front of his face and starts to rotate. And you feel it start to affect him, but it does not knock him asleep. You feel like whatever this thing is, its body no longer needs to sleep, but you do feel that its consciousness is dimming a little bit, so it will probably be slower to react while you have this effect up. But who would you like to pop combat over to?
I'm gonna send it to Thornheart because they're right next to me.
Yeah,
Totally
let's
fair.
do it.
Thornheart, you see Reverie jump back, pull out a watch, and then just launch it across. So where you also see 2 zombie versions of a hero and villain, as well as assorted random zombies.
Well, this can't be fucking good. And I'm just gonna use throw minion.
Throw minion.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you are in
I
yellow.
get
So
to
you're going
make-
to attack
yeah,
one of
I'm
the
in yellow.
minions behind them and throw it at someone else.
Correct.
Perfect.
So you can hopefully see. Remind me what I roll for that, or do I roll anything?
So you would roll plants, and then you
Yeah.
choose a quality, and then your status, because you specifically are in yellow, would be yellow. So
Yeah.
D8, D10, and then I would say, you're close enough that I'll say I'll allow close combat because your reach is a little bit
Sweet.
more than others.
Yeah, I'll do that. D8, D8, D10. Please go well. Please go well. Please go well. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's a 9. 2
A
nines and a
9,
7. So I'll take that.
not 2 9s and a 7. So let's
Or
see. It
sorry,
says
2 8s and a 7. So an 8.
two
My bad.
8s and a 7. Okay, so it says attack a
Got
minion
really
using
excited.
plants. The result of their save attacks another target of your choice. Okay, cool. So I will roll a save for the minions, which there's, I think, is
Cool.
D6, which they're not going to meet that, even with the 6, because that's higher.
Yeah.
But their save would also damage another minion. So what's it look like is you grab one of these undead minions and toss it into another one, killing both of them.
Still hanging on to this vine, kind of unmoving, but taking one arm off of it, surprisingly strong for someone so small. You watch and see their already pretty bright eyes because of the chlorophyll start to glow a bit, and vines start busting through the floors of the building until it gets high enough to reach these minions. So it's just breaking through concrete after concrete after concrete, and finally grabs one of them, squeezes as tight as it can, and then just hurls it into the next minion that I can see in eyesight, slamming both of them up against the wall once it releases.
Perfect. So yeah, you grab 2 of the 5 minions behind Arrow and Merlin. Arrow and Merlin rolling out of the way as they see the buildings get hit by vines as they jump to 2 buildings nearby. But you literally lift them minion up and just slam it down, and both of them just body matter everywhere as they both die.
I
But
like the
with
look
that,
of intestines on the floor. When it's a villain, I like say this out loud and I like correct it to Reverie. I'm like, wait a minute, don't think I did a bad. I promise. Only when the bad guys gut splatter. Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Okay, cool.
But
Just making
with
sure.
that, I am going to use a reaction from good old Oliver Queen, or I should say the former Oliver Queen, I guess. And he is going to shoot an arrow in between you and grapple over to be on the side of the building. That's right in between the two of you. But
Okay.
it is your turn, so you pop it over to who you want to pop it over to next.
I'm gonna look across the way and hope that Code Red's doing something good since a fellow hero has not gone yet.
I hope I
Yeah.
don't let you down.
Code Red, as you see this arrow go off and you feel your armor take some of the brunt of it, it still knocks you off course. And as you kind of stabilize in the air, you see everything that's happened so far in this combat.
So putting the entire thing kind of together, noting what's kind of happening at the moment. Even though I'm staring down not one but 3 villains, those ones aren't immediately attacking me. However, a hero is, and he looks like a zombie. So at the very big deal at the moment would just be like, well, we're taking ranged fire. At that point, he's just going to just try to retreat back to where Thornheart and Reverie are. And as it, like, I also don't know how much I can do on a turn, so you just tell me when I need to stop.
No, you're good. Movement's
Try to
free. It's
get
pretty
there.
much treated as a comic book. Until you actually take whatever action you're going to do, you can kind of move around the scene. There's really, it's looking a little more of a loose combat.
Gotcha. If I can do this thing to potentially try and give us a buffer from ranged attack, then I would like to pull out my cold gun, shoot it at the edge of the building that we're standing on, and try to make a wall
Okay.
as
Are you
best as I
using an
can.
ability, or are you just using your powers to try to build something, just in
My
general?
powers.
Okay. So you're trying to build a wall to build protection, kind of near the other heroes. So this would
Yeah.
be an overcome roll then. not an attack roll. So, but you'll still roll cold. You'll roll
Okay.
whatever status die you're in. So if you're still green, green. If you're yellow now, I don't know where your health's at. So either of those. And then I would say probably either technology or crisis response. That's up to you.
Well, if it's gonna be up to me, it's gonna be crisis or technology.
Okay. Sounds good.
And what die am I looking for?
Your mid
Middle
die.
one? That would be an 8.
An 8 means it succeeds. So as you fly over to the others and Oliver, what does it look like as you build this wall around the two of them?
Just kind of land between them and just going, rule number 1, if they're shooting things at you, get behind something and just shoot it right at the floor. Like, just like icing on a cake, just build it straight up as high as you'll let me.
Yeah, it's
To
kind
try
of like
and
a
make
wall, kind of like arcing up. So it's like a cup on the side of the building because the both of them are standing sideways horizontally on the building. So it's kind of underneath you
Great.
guys in like a cup between the
Yeah.
three of you now and Oliver.
Yeah, just they stay down and try to prepare for the next thing. And
Okay. And who are you bouncing it to?
I think that I'm definitely going to give it to another player character because that just seems like the right thing to do. Um, Thinking either Grimoire or the Roulette would probably be the smart choice. I'm going to go Roulette. Let's be spicy.
Okay, Roulette,
Very
you
spicy.
landed
Okay.
on the ground and then immediately got blown up by something. And you sit up to look around and you see your people that you're looking for dead and attacking you alongside both a notable hero and villain that you have heard of. Also
What the
undead.
hell? She says to one of her goons that she can see across the way. She's like, "What the hell? Wait, that's where you just."
You also saw Thornheart throw Chris through Matt.
That's gotta hurt. Oh. You know what? You're trying to kill me, so we'll settle that later. Okay, so where is Green Arrow and Merlin in like terms of like how far they are from
Yeah,
me?
as you set up, you see the three goons of yours that are left are still in that initial building. You see under a like an ice wall being formed on the building next to you. You see the heroes on the one side of the wall and Oliver on the other. You look around and you look to your right. And you see another building where you see Merlin is already pulling an arrow back to aim at the three of you.
Okay. Can I use gimmick and hinder his aim?
You sure can.
Okay, so use your max die.
Yep. So let's see. Roulette. You're doing gimmick, boost or hinder using luck. Use your max die. So roll luck. Your stat, whatever status you're at, which I guess for you, green and yellow are both a d6 anyway. And then I would say ranged combat.
Wait, sorry, repeat that?
So roll your luck die, your ranged combat die, and then your status die based on where your health is at.
Got it. Okay, I got a 8 for my luck, a 4 for ranged combat, and then a 7 for
Okay.
sorry.
So you
7
didn't
for
roll
ranged
double.
combat, and
You
then a
didn't.
4 for status.
Okay. So you didn't roll double, so you don't get the extra effect, but with an 8, that does hinder Merlin by 4. So what does it look like as you affect him with your powers? Because I know your powers are a little more subtle. So what does the luck look like as you grab at it around where he's at?
Okay, so she's kind of standing there, she's glancing around, and she notices Merlin's upstairs. Is like, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that." So on the building, you can just see the floor start to kind of crumble underneath him because it's like an older building. So you can see it kind of start to crack underneath his weight, and so it shifts his balance. And so when he tries shooting the arrow, it just completely is off.
Okay, cool.
And flies
Yeah, you see the ceiling start to crumble as he's standing there. One of the rots from the destroyed building for Thornart just rolls off, hits a fire escape, and kind of pinballs into that roof.
Oh, well, that worked out.
Okay, and who are you bouncing it to?
I am can bounce.
You can bounce it to your your former friends, Grimoire or Funeris.
I'm gonna bounce it to Grimoire because Roulette knows Grimoire.
I guess Soda Man does come with ice in this city. We'll turn towards where the building has started to collapse that Merlin was on. Goons are still on the roof of another building.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Ollie is on the building with Soda Man and the other two unstated entities.
Ollie and the heroes are all on the side of the building next to you guys.
Okay. Do we want to leave as soon as possible, or do we want to deal with this before getting out of here? Grimoire will look at Roulette and Funeris.
Well, I mean, I already did something. Do I have to make all the decisions here?
We should
I
leave.
just got here.
We should leave.
We should leave.
Okay.
Why is this
Leave?
our problem? I think we
Leave.
should leave.
Agreed.
Actually, there's heroes. They can deal with all this, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Got it. Yeah, no.
Bits of the parchment and vellum that makes up his body are going to pull out, and he's going to make duplicates of himself, Funeris, and Roulette on the roof so that they can escape. So this is just using a power. I'm not using an ability. Yep. Yeah.
So duplication, whatever your status die in, and then I would say either lore or spellbook, your choice.
I like rolling d8s better, so we'll take spellbook.
Sounds good. So a 1d10, 2d8s. Let me know what your
6,
mid die is.
A 6, and an 8, so 6.
Okay. So it's seeds, but with a minor twist. Okay, 1 second while that brings something up. Let me also look at your sheet, just for reasons.
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's see. I have the book on my phone because this book is really cool. It's also massive and it's easier to navigate this way. So let me go to that section of the book real quick. Page 200. Okie dokie. Okay, let's see. I would say this is more of a boost or defense.
I'll say as you're looking this up, the versions of the three of us that appear look like the three of us in our villainous apparel or appearance. So for Funeris, it would look like the Eldritch entity, just a humanoid shaped version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't heard what Roulette's villain attire looks like. So what does Roulette's villain attire look like?
It's just Roulette with an evil mustache.
Roulette's villain attire is just her, but you can see kind of like the way she wears her jacket. You can definitely see there's a lot of stuff just lining her pockets. All these kind of shiny things and bits and bobs that are kind of just inside. And then she has two very beautiful Magnum revolvers that are gold and red and very intricate, and yeah, that's her.
So like
that's her
real
shtick.
power suit with the
power
revolvers.
Suit. She takes her coat off a little bit, so it like hangs over her shoulders and all that, like a mafia boss.
Yeah. Okay. As you form these around, I do love that your villain suit is just like the same clothes, but I got weapons and gadgets now.
Just everything. You just see her suddenly just have a ton of things strapped to her body, and you're like, that wasn't.
Yeah, I just remembered to bring these for some reason.
Yeah, no,
They're just here now. Yeah.
Had an inkling,
So So yeah, as you go to form these illusions, it does succeed. You do create duplicates of the three of you. They don't look exactly how you planned out, though.
That's
The version, all three duplicates look like halfway between your villain outfits and your normal attire.
It was really quick. This is a response to being surrounded by what looks like 4 heroes and the Coca-Cola freestyle machine, and then a gathering of Roulette's zombie henchmen.
Fair.
So getting that set up, all for it. But Grimoire is now like,
Yeah.
they will believe we're still here. Let's leave. And it's
Yeah,
just
you
gonna
guys
take
see-
off down the side of the building.
Perfect. Finaris.
Put me in a very, very interesting position.
I gave you an out, so if you want to do any kind of
No.
bad things, there's a version of you that didn't do it on the roof now.
The ankle biter isn't out, is he? I can't be petty.
No.
Cool.
The ankle biter disappeared when Reverie showed up. They swapped places.
Dar shit. Okay.
I will say
Leave my
specifically,
ankle biter alone.
Ray, you swapped places. You did not recall them. Just so you know.
He's zooming from like 7 city blocks away. He's trying to get back.
He's zooming. He's running around everywhere.
Wait for me, I got little legs.
I think, can I use no, I can't do that. Nobody has been attacked yet. I'll do can I do Principle of Inner Demon? Is that something that I can tap into?
What are you trying to do as an overcome action? What are you trying to do as not a combat attack? Like what are you trying to do in this situation?
I think the overcoming is trying to shield us from the eyes of the zombie.
Okay, try to like cover
thingies.
your
Yeah,
exit
with
kind of thing.
basically with my body, like with the shadows, kind of like a huge weird ass umbrella.
Okay, yeah. So you would roll using your use your max die.
Your max die.
Okay, so yeah, pick 3 die that you think would be outpost, whatever status you're at. And then you said you're using your inner demon, so I would probably say Eldritch Horror for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess I'll leave it up to you for power wise, but you gotta tell me how you're using that specific power to do this.
It would either be awareness, keeping an eye out so to make sure that like wherever they're looking, we're not there. Or I believe suggestion is mental, so it would be more like basically whispering suggestions through them in the shadows to not look where we're going. So like you shouldn't look left. You shouldn't look to the left side. That is such a bad idea for you to do. Look straight. Kind of thing.
Yeah, either of those work for me. Yeah, go with suggestion then.
Okay, and then use so
it's a D10, a D8, and a D8, I believe. Because I think you're a yellow, right?
Yeah. Okay, I got a 6, 4, and a 7.
So your max die is a 7. So you do see as you do kind of feed in these suggestions, but with the twist, it doesn't affect everyone.
Poopies.
Right off the bat, you feel it reach Reverie and shatter instantly, as you feel Reverie's powers are too telepathic in nature to be affected. You also see Merlin still looking directly at you.
Poopies. Okay, that's fine. You and each of your allies get a hero point though, so like you're welcome.
Yeah, and that's everybody. That's
okay.
Everybody in the group. Yeah, whenever a hero point is gained, it's everyone in the group unless you are actively fighting against each other.
Reverie, I'm looking. No, just kidding.
Was it
everybody? everybody gets a hero point. And
Perfect. And
I guess Funeris trips on a Mountain Dew, and Reverie and Merlin still look at him.
Okay, but with that, we move on to the goons, as the 3 goons that are left are going to open fire. Not on the villains because they don't see you, but on the heroes on the other side. So I am going to roll some attacks here.
Everything's going great. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
I will say they'll get a -2 because of the wall. So whatever they roll, they'll get -2 to the damage for this first attack. So it's 2 damage to Thornheart. That is 4 damage to Code Red, reduced to 3 because they are using guns. And 2 damage to Reverie.
None of this is... What kind of damage is this?
They're using... It's physical. They're using guns.
Okay. Just making sure.
So it's all just piercing damage.
Not special guns that would perhaps...
Nah, these were just goons that died probably right before they got pulled up here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, perfect. And with that, we are at the end of the scene, and the environment will get a turn. So as you guys have started this fight with whatever the hell these undead things are, for more, you feel another pulse of energy that feels very similar to what you felt in that portal. And it is starting to close in a circle around where this fight is happening. If it hits any of you, you know it's not going to be great. You're muted.
Do I have a chance to react to that?
Yeah, you do. You can react. It's not within range to like hit you this turn, but you feel it approaching.
Okay. Then when it gets to my turn, I would like to use my principle of magic to overcome a mystical force and use it to like try and divert whatever negative impact it would have on us towards the people attacking us, like double down on them instead of affecting us at all.
Perfect. Cool. So with that, we will go to the next round, and because I am the GM and I get to decide who starts the round, we're going to go over to our buddy Merlin, as he is still aiming in the vicinity of villain. So he is hindered. He doesn't have great perception right now, but he can still see you guys, because he did make the save for Veneris' suggestion. So he will shoot. I will roll twice, though, for each of his attacks, because there's 2 of you each. So he uses this. And he's going to use his burst arrow attack. So he gets an attack against each of you. So we'll say I'm going to take the higher of the roll. If it's the clear die, then it's a copy. If it's this, then it's one of you. Whatever the higher number is.
Is it
and then it
power
and
that he's using?
He's using one of his special arrow abilities.
Sweet.
Do you want to use a reaction?
Yes. I don't know. I don't think. No, I can't do a reaction. This is an action. No. I would
Okay. Yeah. Then you won't be able to do anything on this turn. Okay. Cool. So the first one is higher on that die, but it is lower than the hinder that he has, so he's going to miss anyway. Because he is hindered 4 for this turn, so he has to roll really high. That's a higher on the double. So he does hit the double, but he shatters the double of Grimoire. And then last attack also misses. So he shoots 3 arrows and only 1 connects, and the copy of Grimoire shatters into nothingness. So they know Grimoire is not there now.
Oh no, where could he be? Ah!
That's rough.
And we will cut over to Arrow, over with the heroes. So he sees this cold wall. Let's see, what does he have? He is going to overcome this, and if he succeeds on a high roll, it might also do some damage. As you see, he just pulls 3 arrows out of his back, hits a button, and they all start beeping, and he aims at the base of the wall underneath where the building is. So it will take the wall and the side of the building that you guys are just standing on, and himself. But, you know, he's a zombie. I don't think he cares. And I rolled an 8. So I guess only Code Red isn't affected because he flies, but the rest of you start to plummet. As we see Undead Arrow, Reverie, and Thornheart start to fall, with ice raining around the three of them. And I say with that, I will kick it over to the one person who didn't fall that is floating nearby, Code Red. What would you like to do as you see your allies start to fall to the ground?
Yeah, that's problematic.
While you think, I have another question. I'm so sorry. On
Mm-hmm.
the sheet under red zone, what does out mean? Is it just like an outro attack? Or
Out
is it
means if
When
I
you're
knock you
0.
out, if you hit 0, it's the last thing you can do before you go unconscious.
I understand. Okay, thank you so much. I didn't mean to interrupt. Thank you.
Yep, no worries. It's a new system, you're good. Okay, Code Red, what would you like to do?
How high up is this building? How much of a fall is this?
It's a skyscraper, and they're about midway up, so they're about 40
Oh.
stories high right now.
Okay.
Actually, as you look
I
up, you do see that this is the Queen Court building.
Oops. Anyway, I would know Reverie and Thornheart. Do I think that they can recover from this fall on their own?
Give me a calculator roll. Just roll a flat d6. We'll just go based off on how you roll.
Okie dokie. That's a 4.
I mean, you've seen Reverie teleport around a little bit, and you see. I mean, Thornheart still has multiple fines hanging off of their body at the moment. So you would assume if they can get close, if Thornheart can get close enough to grab something on the fall, or if Reverie can orient themselves to teleport in time, they should be good. But they are moving pretty quickly down, and there is ice and a zombie with them.
I am going to then, instead of directly helping, offer myself as an anchor point, move myself with flight in the fall. So that if Thornheart or Reverie need something to grab hold of or something like that, in whatever reason, that I'm at least there. And then I would like to
Yeah.
use my action in this point, focusing on. So I have zombies as well that are nearby, but in particular, I have Green Arrow. And as I'm kind of flying down and the HUD kind of shifts, targeting the Green Arrow as well as 2 other individuals, Codra is just going to say, "No, you done pissed me off." And I would like to use Explosive Attack. And if I could also, if this is how it works, because again, new to the system, invoke the Principle of Rage.
So that wouldn't work. His Principle of Rage is for overcome ability specifically. So if you're trying to
Fair.
attack with
We'll hold
explosive
on to that
attack, it's its
later.
own thing. But you can
Fair.
hit up to 3 targets, and I'm assuming this is using your gun system in your suit, correct?
Yeah.
So you're targeting an
Well,
arrow. Who else are you targeting? Are you targeting Merlin, or are you targeting some of the goons on the one building?
ooh, if I can also hit Merlin, I absolutely would. And then a third goon that looks like it would be having
Okay.
a hard time, or
So
whatever is the most threatening goon.
I will say your min die will be what goes to Merlin because he is the furthest. The goons will be the mid, and the arrow will be the mats. So go ahead and roll signature weapon power suit. Your status die, which is also a d8, so it's 2 d8s, and then I'm gonna say crisis response because everyone is free falling. So just roll 3 d8s
Not power suit as a power?
because you're using your weapon system specifically. You're
That's how
using your
that
signature
goes.
weapon. Yeah, that's how we did. That's how we differentiated
Right.
your weapon system.
Gotcha. 3d8, you
Yeah.
said?
Yep.
Next time I will actually get a 3 of each one. That is 2 6s, re-rolling one of them for a 7.
A 7. So what was your highest? What was your middle? And what was your lowest?
7, 6, and 6.
7, 6, and 6. So we'll roll the save for Arrow first. He did fail, so he will drop down a die. Good to know. Then you set a 6 from Merlin and the goons.
Yep.
Okay. So the goons can only save if they roll 6. For every point they fail, that's how many goons you hit. So you have a chance to kill all 3 goons in this attack.
Well,
I
absolutely,
rolled
I will.
a 1. So we'll narrate that in a second. And then a d8 for Merlin, who also rolled a 1. So he's also going to
in
drop
terms
down a
of
dice.
fairness, I'm okay with all this happening because apparently, since I rolled doubles, I have to choose either taking damage equal to that double, which is 6. That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Or you can have a minor
uh,
twist.
having a minor twist, and that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Sounds for
Which would you
everybody
like to do?
involved.
Which one do you like?
A minor twist.
Cool.
Just a little twist.
So you fire off your weapon systems, and what does it look like as the guns come out of your system and target everything?
This is quite literally going to be it's going to come from his left shoulder, come up over the side, and it's going to just kind of look like a straight missile box, and 3 of them are going to shoot out, one at each of one at Merlin, one at Green Arrow, and then another one at the group of
Love that.
hell yeah.
I'm just picturing Iron Man. I think it's from Iron Man 2 with the little drones that just all shoot off and hit everything at once.
Yes, but I like War Machine better.
I know you do. It's okay. You can't always be right.
You know what?
The attacks go off. It hits the building where the 3 of them are, and you just see body parts splatter from where the minions are. Merlin, you hit the side of the building and you see him crumble where it was already hurt and start to plummet through the building. And you actually see him go through you see through a couple levels of the windows as he starts to plummet down. Arrow, you do hit dead on and do massive damage. You take one of his arms off. However, the attack goes through and hits the ice and shatters. So Reverie and Thornheart, you will have a little bit harder of a time to maneuver now. So if you try to take any overcome actions to land, it is going to be at a -2 penalty.
Well, glad that I preemptively put myself here to help if you guys need it.
So
That being said, if that is, I believe that's the end of my turn. I think that it probably makes the most sense for Reverie to go next, based off of what I have learned.
Okay, cool. Reverie, it's up to you.
Can I use Principle of Magic?
Yeah, sorry. I just looked at the Zoom chat and I don't know how we got to that conversation.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We'll explain later. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, what were you trying to do? What were you trying to do, Reverie?
Can I use my Principle of Magic?
Okay, Principle of Magic to overcome.
Mystical Force.
Yeah. So overcome a mystical force and use your max die. You and each of your allies gain a hero point. Cool. So I'm gonna say this for you specifically will be Astral Gate. Whatever your status die is based on your health at the moment. So you are still in the second round of combat. And then Otherworldly Mythos for reasons.
Because essentially, I have plans, so I need 2 d6s and my d10 as per usual. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 5 again.
And because you are invoking your Principle Magic, Arc, you will go next. So would you roll? What were your 3 dice? Or I guess what was your max dice? What was your highest? It says you use your highest dice.
A 10.
10? Cool.
I got a 10 on my d10.
So with that, that's a great success. So with that, you see this explosion of ice. You see him starting to fall below you, but you also see Code Red ready to catch the 2 of you, but it's kind of hard to reach out. But at this moment, the imp gets back to you and goes back inside your head, which gives you a quick burst of energy. And you're able to just almost copy the look of Thornheart's Fine with dream energy. And you pull Thornheart to you, and both of you go through a portal. As you both go through the portal, you both also feel a massive surge of necrotic energy hit into the city. Like, you go in the portal, Reverie, and you're like, oh no, we gotta get out of here, like, literally immediately. because it's even in the astral realm.
Yeah, I immediately feel that and just yank us both out. Like, nah. We got to go.
Perfect. And as you two land on a building nearby, I'll say you land on the building where Roulette is, because I think Roulette's the only one that hasn't got a chance to run off yet. We get back to Grimar. Grimar and Finaris literally making their way down the side of the building, down the fire escape. Grimar, you
Is it
feel.
just us?
Yep, just you two. You two are only two that have ran so far, because Roulette went before you and did an action, so yeah.
Roulette went before us.
Yeah,
And
so
now it's
you
behind
two.
us.
Yeah, so you guys are on the fire escape going down from the building that you guys are on, because Grim already tried to teleport away, and it was like, no, let's not do that.
The big hand started coming out, and I said, nope.
You Reverie opening the astral gate has accelerated whatever this force is. You can try to do something now, but it's going to have to be powerful. I will say you get a +1 in the scene because Fenris is with you and is just a something of energy.
That's fair.
Oh my god, you're so sweet to me. Stop it. Oh my
They're
god.
a mystery mouse tool that will help us later.
Oh my goodness.
Knowing that it has kicked off faster than anticipated and that there seems to be more of this energy now than I was aware of, I'm going to pull the two other duplicates that were left to where they're just the page forms of themselves instead of appearing as anything.
Okay.
And use them as the power focus for my principal magic. So there's 3 living spell books now trying to harness this magic and redirect it away.
Okay, so you will go ahead and roll live in spellbook, your status die, so that's 2d8s, and then I'll say your duplication because you said you did use the copies. So roll those 3 die and let me know what your max die is, and then add 1 to it.
Is this the same? Sorry, slight possible increase. Is this the same ancient essence that I absorbed at Arkham that I'm tapping into?
Yeah, it's very similar to it.
Okay. I do have an extra +1 from you from that session for interacting with that energy.
Yeah, so
Can
yeah,
I
we'll
apply
add
that here?
Yeah, add +2 then.
Okay.
That'll burn that out. Gotta find where I saved this table that I just closed.
Oh, thank you. That is a 10 on my D10. With the
Perfect. I don't need to
+2
look
makes
it
it
up then.
12 total.
Okay, cool. You grab hold of Funeris with one arm and you reach up to your duplicates and you both start to feel this necrotic energy like around you in your senses. You feel something trying to hold it back on the end that you can connect to in this moment. Do you do so?
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to redirect it away from the living entities that I know were up here. So even the 2 heroes and the 12-pack canister that is floating around the city over there, plus the 3 of us. I want it to not affect us at all.
Okay. So you're gonna affect the whole group. Cool. So what this looks like is the 3 of you that are on the roof turn into versions of yourself. And they make a triangle literally around Roulette and Reverie and Dornhart because they are all in that building. Code Red, you get sucked into this formation. Like you do land in the middle of the 3 of them, and you feel the magic of Grimoire and Venera start to circle the 4 of you. And involuntarily, your own powers start to trigger. Your cold system goes online and starts to build up energy, Code Red. Reverie, you start to generate dream energy that starts to just leak out of your body. Roulette, your power is more subtle, but you feel it starting to pull at the strings around you. While Thornheart, these leaves are starting to float up like around you. Pretty much like a razor leaf attack before it's launched. It's just like on the air above you. And as all this energy shoots forward, it punches a hole through this ring of energy, and there is a massive flash of green light. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
I was using
So-
battery.
Wait!
I do just want to make a slight tweak to that.
Yeah.
Grimoire didn't grab Funeris, but he did make the eldritch rune that is Funeris's symbol, and that was the
Perfect.
connection between the two of them.
Love it.
He wouldn't just grab at this person that he
Perfect.
knows does not like to be touched.
Oh my
Unless
god, a
they choose that.
respectful king.
Yeah, but what
Stop
I'm
it.
hearing
We
is that
love
We
you,
have such weird villain vibes. I love it. It's such a good
Yep.
positive villain vibe.
We're just
I don't know
like a
about
good
that.
We're
squad, you
homies,
know?
what I
okay?
just heard is that he just like
Yeah,
full government
I
of
approve.
Funeris in front of everybody.
Yeah, I
love how
approve of
Grimoire was
this.
just like, you know what? No. just like
Who's
just
gonna deal with that?
But yeah,
Also,
that
who knows?
is
Maybe it
our.
could be squishy. Like, do you want to touch?
But the last thing we see in the
Respectfully,
the last thing we see as we go away from this scene, as this flash of green light overtakes the six of you, we see over at Harris Fields, on the edge of Coast City, a furiously typing on a computer, not anywhere near the Batcave, just a literal laptop that Hal had hooked up to the air database, is Stephanie Brown. And she's like, you see her topping air comms like, roulette. Fuck, why isn't it going through? Shit. I can't get through the Batcave either. This is okay. Hal hasn't been here in a year? Weird. Okay. And you see her close the laptop and walk off to the side of the airfield, past a couple of the planes in the hangar, and hit one of the walls, and a little keypad opens up. She goes in to punch the key and opens up the door. His lantern is still there, and it is broken into two pieces. And that is where we're going to end. So with that, this is an episode 2 of The Return. Let's go around and tell everyone where they can find you and what else you have going on. And we will go in reverse order. So Matt, why don't you start us off?
Hi, I'm Matt, also known as War Tour Knight on the interwebs. I have had the pleasure of playing Code Red, everybody's favorite drink-related superhero. And you can find me start playing games as a professional GM. You can find me on every single social under War Tour Knight. You can find me predominantly on 2B Diced Adventures as a GM as well as a player. Somebody's Heroes podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, so on and so forth, all the things like that, and a bunch of other things that are on their way. So tune in.
Perfect. Mallory.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mallory Mize, but you can find me all over the internet as Moxie Blue, MoXXIEBLUE. I am a actual play performer and producer. I own Rediscovery RPG, where we make shows all the time. We record episode 2 of The Lost Ones tomorrow, and that'll be premiering in October. And I am also a part of Noirville, which is like 40 performers that all live in the same Marvel universe, but set in Chicago. And my show, Agents of Lovely, the first 4 episodes have premiered. So if you want to go catch up on season 1 of Agents of Lovely, now is your time to do it because the finale's in a couple weeks. And we're doing all that. And then I'm also a game designer. But if you want to check out any of that, you can check out Moxie Blue on socials, or my website. It's just my name, MalloryMize.com. There you go. That's me.
Perfect. Press.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cress, also known as Cresselia.np4, and I have had the lovely time of being able to play roulette. My girl, I love her so much. And you can find me on Instagram as Cresselia.mp4, and on TikTok as Stardust, STARDXST.mp4. I am primarily a cosplayer, but I am making my way into the TTRPG space. I've got some things cooking up. And I also work as a video editor and motion graphics designer. So that's mainly what I'm doing. And yeah, check me out. Thanks for having me.
Perfect. Arc.
Hello, everyone. I am Ark or Arc-Light Court, known all over the internet as Arc-Light Court. Tonight I played Grimoire, the Living Spellbook, and respectful villain, homie, friend, however that would be viewed. I am a nostalgia core TTRPG content creator and game designer. Recently released a collection of micro TTRPGs, 6 small games all in one book called Pocket World Anthology. You can purchase your physical or digital copy on my Instagram. You go to highlights, it says my books, click on it, you can get either or. And next week, my tokusatsu inspired TTRPG Heroes is going to be released. So if you like Kamen Rider, Metal Heroes, Space Sheriff, Super Sentai, any of those things, it is a simple 2d8 system that I've been working on for the last 2 years that is going to be available next Friday. There will be a physical version and a digital version for purchase as well of that. And other than that, I will be at MysticCon this year in October in California, doing panels and workshops and all that cool stuff.
Perfect. Ray.
Hi, I'm Ray, otherwise known as the Ray Wilds. I exist on the internet. But you can also find me actually tomorrow night on Madaloon's channel, twitch.tv/Madaloon. If you like Bridgerton, you'll like our Good Society thing that we got going. I am a meddling boy, to put it lightly. If you want gossip, your boy's got it. Yeah.
Fair. And Joe, the real life Joe.
Hi you guys, I'm Joe. You can find me on the internet, sugi.joe or sugi_joe. Different platforms have different names. I'm sorry, some of them were taken and I didn't want to change it. Oopsie. I'm mostly a cosplayer. So you find that a lot on all of my social media. And I have nothing to plug, so just follow the other cool guys with me here. And it was so much fun playing Fanaris with everybody. Thank you for allowing him to be erratic and I don't know, a lot. And I look forward to seeing what shenanigans will happen next time. And I'm sure nothing bad will ever happen to us because we're just so cool and we're just so chill. And
Yeah.
yeah, and nothing bad
Definitely.
will happen to us. Because
Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
I am manifesting, and Paige would never do anything to mess with my manifestations, right?
Never.
See? So tune in next time for a super chill, fun, non-lethal time.
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone
go
knows
get
I've
Mountain
never
Dew
ever
together.
done anything as a GM to anyone in my games. Anyway,
No.
I'm Paige. You can find me all over the internet at Pluto Cleric or Pluto's Underworld, both here and on YouTube, where I'm the storyteller and producer. Other stuff that I got going on this Sunday, because our schedule has shifted a little bit for this month, is our Vampire the Masquerade series, Chicago After Dark, which we didn't get to the bomb explosion yet. That'll be this episode because we had a delay. So this episode, see what the fallout of that is, and then we're going to head into a masquerade party. I know a little on the nose, a masquerade party and Vampire the Masquerade, but I wanted to do a masquerade party, so here we are. So tune in for that on Sunday, and then on rotating Thursdays, as in tomorrow, I will be over on Javante's channel, Eclipse613 here on Twitch, where I am going to have my crash out as my merfolk, not a martial artist anymore, just I guess just not a pirate is her title right now, but she has a giant sword and she's like 4.5 foot tall and she's blue and she's pretty and we love her. She's totally not mentally traumatized at all. Fine. But yeah, that is everything. We will see you guys next week to see where we take off from here after we get thrown into our first combat. So have a good night, everyone, and we will see you next week.
Bye.